Hello friends, welcome to the lecture series on plant physiology. Today we are going to learn nitrogen fixation. In previous video we already discussed about introduction to nitrogen metabolism, and also we have concentrated on role of nitrogen in plants. Dear students, we know very well that an abundant quantity of nitrogen is present into the environment, but it is in gaseous form. That nitrogen, it is not useful for plant, means plant cannot absorb that nitrogen. As we have seen in previous video that nitrogen is one of the very important constituent required for the better growth of plants. If proper amount of nitrogen is absorbed by plant, their growth will be better. In environment, abundant quantity of nitrogen is present, but that nitrogen, it will be not available for plants. It is inert nitrogen. There is a need to reduce that nitrogen into ammonia or any other absorbable form, so that plants can absorb it and they can take it and their growth will become better. So in this video we are going to learn how this atmospheric nitrogen get fixed into the soil by different methods and how it is make available for plants to absorb. So let us start. So what is the process of nitrogen fixation? Nitrogen fixation, it can be defined as the phenomena of conversion of free nitrogen into nitrogenous salts to make it available for absorption by plants. So as I have told you that this free nitrogen, it is present abundantly into the atmosphere, into the air, but it cannot be absorbed by the plant. So it should be converted into nitrogenous salts and it should be absorbed by the plants. So this particular phenomena, it is known as nitrogen fixation. In other words, we can say nitrogen fixation is the process by which N2 it is reduced into NH3. It is called as nitrogen fixation. So here we have to learn one thing, that this N, it is present in environment in this form. So this is formula for N2. It is these two molecules of nitrogen, they are binded with each other by 3 bonds. You can see. So there is a need to break these bonds and separate out these nitrogens from one another. It is known as nitrogen fixation. So the process by which N2 is reduced into NH3, it is called as nitrogen fixation. So this N2, it is atmospheric nitrogen and it will not readily available for plant. It should be reduced, or in other language it should be converted into ammonia, and it is very favorable form of nitrogen for plants to absorb. So in the process of nitrogen fixation, N2 get reduced or get converted into NH3 and plant will readily absorb nitrogen from ammonia. So this particular process of reduction of N2 to NH3, it is also known as nitrogen fixation. Now the fixation of nitrogen can be either physical or by the biological nitrogen fixation methods. So nitrogen fixation, it can be takes place by two methods, that is physical nitrogen fixation and biological nitrogen fixation. Biological nitrogen fixation, it is very common type of nitrogen fixation and it will occur commonly in nature. It is estimated that about 200 million metric tons of nitrogen is fixed annually by natural process. Natural process means that is by biological nitrogen fixation method. Means 95% of nitrogen get fixed into the soil by biological nitrogen fixation, and only 5% of nitrogen get fixed into the soil by physical process. So physical process is very uncommon and very less quantity of nitrogen get fixed by this method. We should know how it will take place, how nitrogen it get fixed by physical method. So in this slide we will see how physical nitrogen fixation will take place. Generally, physical means in this process of nitrogen fixation there will be no interference of any biological entity or any biological organism. This is totally physical method. Nitrogen get fixed into the soil purely by physical method. No any organism it will interfere in this process. So first of all we'll see physical nitrogen fixation and then we will proceed to biological nitrogen fixation. So physical nitrogen fixation, as we have seen that it is very less quantity of nitrogen get fixed by this method. So it occurs in several steps and it starts with combination of atmospheric nitrogen with oxygen under the influence of electric discharge and thunder to produce nitric oxide. So this process will take place in suppose rainy season when there is lightning, and due to that electric discharge will be occur there. In this process, this is very step by step process, and how it will get fixed we will see. So see, nitrogen, that is this N2 is available, it is present abundantly into the atmosphere. In first step it get reacted with oxygen, that is O2. In presence of electric discharge and thunder, this nitrogen with oxygen it will get converted into nitric oxide. Means atmospheric nitrogen in presence of oxygen and electric discharge, it will get converted into nitric oxide. See here, the formula has been changed. It becomes nitric oxide 2NO. Now in second step what happened, this nitric oxide then oxidized to nitrogen peroxide in presence of oxygen. Again, in presence of oxygen, this nitric oxide get oxidized and it will form nitrogen peroxide. So see here, this 2NO2 will be formed. This is different from nitric oxide. The formula for nitric oxide, it is 2NO, but it is again get converted into nitrogen peroxide 2NO2 in presence of oxygen, and it get oxidized. Now in next step, during rains what happen, the nitrogen peroxide it combines with rainwater to form nitrous acid and nitric acid, which come to ground along with rain. So see here, all these steps are going on into the air, or it is these processes, that is conversion of nitrogen to nitric oxide and nitric oxide to nitrogen peroxide. All these different reactions have been taking place into the atmosphere itself. But when nitrogen peroxide will be formed during rainy season, this nitrogen peroxide comes on the ground with the help of rain, and it will form nitrous acid and nitric acid, and this is the reaction for this. So this nitrogen peroxide which is present into the atmosphere, it will again get reacted with rainwater or get mixed with rainwater, and it comes to the ground and it will form nitrous acid, that is HNO2, and sometimes nitric acid HNO3. So this is the next step of physical nitrogen fixation. Now in last process, last reaction, what happened on ground, the alkali radicals of the soil they get react with nitric acid, to produce nitrites and nitrates. So in this case what happen, the alkali radicals which are present already into the soil, once this nitric acid or nitrous acid comes on ground, or this nitrogen peroxide, it will converts into nitrous acid and nitric acid. The alkali radicals which are present into the soil, they will react with nitric acid and they will produce nitrites and nitrates, which are soluble in water and which can be absorbed by the plants through their roots. So here this process has been given. So these are alkali radicals in the form of calcium and potassium present into the soil, and when they get reacted with this nitric acid, it will form Ca or potassium nitrates, calcium or potassium nitrates. So this form of nitrogen, it is readily absorbed by the plants and nitrogen is become available for the plants. So this is the entire process of physical nitrogen fixation. So this type of nitrogen fixation, quantity of nitrogen fixation by this method, it is very less. It is very important method of nitrogen fixation. So here you can see there is no any interference of any biological entity. This particular process, it is totally physical one, or all physical parameters are involved in the process. So this is the process of physical nitrogen fixation. Now we will proceed to biological nitrogen fixation. In this slide we will only see the introductory part of biological nitrogen fixation, or we may see what is biological nitrogen fixation only. Detailed account of biological nitrogen fixation we will see in next videos. Still we will see what is biological nitrogen fixation. Prokaryotic or microorganisms like certain free living soil bacteria, free living cyanobacteria, cyanobacteria in symbiotic association with fungi, in lichens or ferns, mosses and liverworts, and bacteria and other microbes associated symbiotically with roots, especially those of legumes, are actively involved in the process of nitrogen fixation. So this method is other than physical nitrogen fixation, in which the biological microorganisms, they play very important role in the process of nitrogen fixation. And as we have seen, 95% of nitrogen get fixed by this method. So this is very common and efficient method of nitrogen fixation. So in this what happens, there are different types of microorganisms like soil bacteria, free living cyanobacteria, then cyanobacteria in symbiotic association. So all these different organisms, they play very important role. This particular nitrogen fixation has two types. So on the basis of activity and types of microorganisms, the biological nitrogen fixation, it get categorized into two different types. So first is symbiotic nitrogen fixation and second is asymbiotic nitrogen fixation. So in this process what happened, there are two methods of biological nitrogen fixation. In symbiotic nitrogen fixation, one biological partner or one biological organism, living organism, it forms symbiotic association with other organism and they get the nitrogen get fixed in that. The most common example of symbiotic nitrogen fixation, it is the nitrogen fixation by rhizobium. So rhizobium, it is very common type of bacterium which is present into the soil. It forms or it will produce root nodule with the leguminous plants, and in that nodule nitrogen is fixed. In this process, the bacteria get food and shelter by the host plant, and host plant in turn gets nitrogen fixed by the bacteria. So that this method is symbiotic nitrogen fixation. So in this method, both partners involved in the nitrogen fixation, they are benefited to each other. So it is known as symbiotic nitrogen fixation. There are so many other forms of microorganisms which are involved in the symbiotic nitrogen fixation. For example, there is another example, Azolla annabina. So this is the another type of symbiotic nitrogen fixation mechanism in which annabina, it is a cyanobacteria which will be live on the leaves of Azolla plant, and so that it will fix nitrogen. Annabina gets shelter and food from the Azolla plant, and in turn that Azolla plant get nitrogen fixed from the cyanobacteria annabina. So this is nothing but the symbiotic nitrogen fixation. Now, what is asymbiotic nitrogen fixation? When nitrogen is fixed by some free living soil bacteria, soil microorganism, then it is known as asymbiotic nitrogen fixation. So there will be no symbiosis in between microorganisms. The natural tendency of microorganisms like bacteria, it is responsible for the fixation of nitrogen into the soil, and these bacteria, they fix nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen, and it released into the soil. Plants, they will absorb that nitrogen from the soil. So this phenomena, it is known as asymbiotic nitrogen fixation. So biological nitrogen fixation, it get fixed by the different types of microorganisms, either symbiotically or asymbiotically. In next video, we will learn about symbiotic nitrogen fixation in detail, and also asymbiotic nitrogen fixation in detail. So this is all about nitrogen fixation. Thanks for your attention.